Hey, what's up everybody, we're 94 with another action figure review. This time we're going to take a look at the Figma 300. This is King Leonidas, the King of Sparta. Pretty cool, this figure just came out, and they did something a little different. They just randomly put out a 300 figure, and it's King Leonidas here. Pretty cool. I ended up picking it up just to check it out, honestly. I mean, the movie was pretty cool, and I'm not like a super, die-hard fan, but it is a really cool movie, and I think the figure looks great, promo pics. So hopefully the figure itself looks good, or just as good. It'd be awesome. And we're going to check this out for sure. So there's the packaging. You can see like the blood splatter all over. The 300 logo there. Max Factory Good Smile Company. There's the figure there, showing all the accessories. It has been a while since I bought a Figma figure for sure. I'm not really into Figma. Not saying they're bad, but I do prefer Figuarts better, and Figma's a little bit more pricier too. So I just got done reviewing the Ghost of Sparta, which was Kratos. Now we're gonna take a look at the King of Sparta. Now let's crack it out the package, see what we got here. All right, so there's King Leonidas out of the package, and I gotta say they nailed down the likeness to him. They did a pretty good job on that. We do have the little soft goods on the cape here, which is pretty cool. So they did this with Thor too. But I gotta say that face sculpt came out pretty nice. It looks good. I think they nailed it. I think it looks just like the actor, or how he looked in the movie. It looks pretty dead on. It looks really good. It does come with a lot of accessories here, and we have his shield that is just beautifully painted and sculpted. I loved how they did this right here. That looks great. I mean, that just looks really nice. And then on the back we have some paint on that. The handle right there, everything looks good. We got the bolts on the edges right here, painted as well, so that's good attention to detail. We do have, Figma's a little weird when it comes to the heads and stuff, so we have this weird thing here going on. So for you to put on the helmet, you need to have this hair piece on first. I don't know why it has a little stand on the bottom, but that's for the peg hole to peg it in. And then you put the face, of course. You have a screaming face, and then we have the normal face that is on the figure. So you choose which one you want. And we have two options for helmets. We have this really cool fancy one, and just the regular one too as well. Other accessories he comes with can include his spear. So we have a spear right here. And then we have his sword right here. So lots of accessories. That's really cool. If we want to take a look at the hands, they're still wrapped in plastic. I didn't manage to take them out. It does come with a stand as well. So we have a Figma stand, and then Figma always comes with this little holder for the hands. So you can put the hands there. You got two pairs of open hands, and then we have two grabbing hands. Of course, the two fists that are on the figure right now too. Here's a closer look at the figure. You can see his face sculpt. See the scars they painted on his face. I mean that, like I said, it looks just like him. In my opinion, it looks really good. I like how that came out. You can see up here, got a little necklace going on with the tooth. It looks like with the gauntlets, how they're painted and sculpted just like the shield. Got his little tights or pants or whatever you want to call that. We have a holster for the sword, but you cannot hold it. So there's the sheath for it, but there is no slot to put in the actual sword. That kind of sucks. So you gotta kind of always have him holding it, or don't even have him holding it at all. Then we go down to his shin guards, and they look awesome as well. I think overall they did a great job with the figure. The paint and the way they did his skin tone looks good too. Got some shading, some muscle definition right there on the abdominal area, the pecs, pretty much everywhere you see muscle. His feet are nicely done as well. You can see the straps from his shoes. Very cool. I think they did a good job with this figure. I honestly think it's a really nice figure. Real quickly, we're going to run through the articulation of the figure. So we got the head going left and right there. Up and down, we do have neck articulation, so it allows it to move up a lot until you see a little bit of a gappage going on with the neck, so that kind of looks ugly. Looks down really nicely. Going onto the arms, goes forward and back, in and out. You got to kind of maneuver it a little bit, but there you go, you can get it in and out. There is no bicep swivel. It kind of hides the shoulder joint a lot, so that's pretty cool. but you don't have a bicep swivel. We have the elbow bending at a 90-degree angle. We do swivel at the elbow too, and kind of rotates. We have a swivel at the wrist with a hinge, because it is like a ball jointed hinge joint there as well. These Figma joints look like this, so you can kind of tear the figure apart and still put them back together. So they all have these joints. You don't break it. You just they kind of all pop off, but not easy. So it's not a bad thing. But just to show you, that's kind of the joints that we're working with on the knees and the elbows. Like I said, I already showed the neck. We have diaphragm joint that swivels, goes forward and back. So pretty decent on the diaphragm joint. Not bad at all. We do have a waist swivel, and it does kind of crunch forward and back, tilt side to side like a diaphragm joint. So that's pretty cool range of motion there. Forward and back on the leg. This isn't SH Figure, so as you saw, I try to pull it down. I'm so used to that. So we don't have any of that pull down motion. Kind of see the joint right there, what we're working with. So let's go in and out. It's not too much, but it's pretty good. The underwear piece, or whatever you want to say, is kind of movable, so it kind of doesn't hinder too much, so it's not that bad. So there you can get the leg out a little bit more. You just kind of got to play around with it to get it at the right spot that you want it. Going to the knee, does bend almost like a double joint. So bend like that, it does kind of swivel, like because of that joint that allows it to swivel. We have the ankle forward and back, side to side, ankle rocker, ankle pivot, and we do have toe articulation right there. That's always good to have. Alright, so here we can see him with the helmet on. I put the screaming face. So get the helmet on without the mohawk looking thing there. So it's pretty cool, it looks good. It is like a soft plastic, soft rubber. So you just gotta pop that out, and you got that peg sticking out his head. And then let's try to put this big old thing on him. And I think I prefer this one over the other one, because this one has a little more fancier look to it. And there's that head right there with the screaming. Just gotta get him with a spear or shield, and he looks good with it. Don't want him yelling, there you go. Just playing around with it a little bit. Have him with the shield and spear, looks pretty cool with it. I think it's a pretty badass figure. And there we have him with the helmet posed up, pretty cool. I like the way everything looks with it, with the shield and the sword and all that. Alright guys, that concludes my review on the 300 King Leonidas Figma action figure. Pretty cool figure, I'm digging it. It looks, I mean, like I said, it looks badass, and I think it's worth the pickup. He's a bit pricey, he's about the $60 range. Of course, imported from Japan. He's about that much. So, I mean, if you're willing to pay that much for him, then go for it. Like I said, it's just a random release of the figure. I mean, the movie came out years ago, so I don't know. But it's up to you guys. It's overall, it's pretty good, and I do recommend it. It's got some nice accessories and hands and options and poses too. So overall, it's a solid figure, and I do recommend it. So hope you guys enjoy the review. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. You guys would like. You guys have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.